need to consider staying in place until the threat has subsided or blown over.
Hey everyone, this is Ben, and I want to thank you all for joining us on the SEMPER GUMBIE channel. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about emergency conditions or equipment like an individual first aid kit, also known as an MYFAK. And we will cover some of the things that I carry with me, not only in my truck, but what I'll be carrying in the camper. And before we start today's video, I want to personally thank the folks over at MYMEDIC for sending me the MYFAK Pro waterproof first aid kit. And we are going to dig into this a little bit deeper. We're going to go in the house and so we can sprawl out all the equipment and show you what's in this little pack. So let's go check it out. So today we are going to talk about first aid and kind of emergency response as far as if you were camping, overlanding, four-wheel driving, and basically it could also relate to your everyday travels. And for me, I carry a first aid bag in my vehicle for work, and I also carry an individual first aid kit, also known as an MYFAK. Now, today, MYFAK is usually understood to mean individual first aid kit or improved first aid kit. But long before the acronym MYFAK came into play, the military was issuing smaller kits designed to treat or prevent various illnesses and injuries on the battlefield. Now, this kit here is pretty much like an AFAK. And what I've got in here, like I carry this on a daily basis with me at work or when I'm traveling. And in this kit, I also have a AED, which is a defibrillator. I also have chest seals. I have tourniquets. I have medication, splints, blood pressure equipment, blood sugar equipment, and stuff like that. So, but basically this is what I carry in my patrol car or when I'm traveling. But today we're going to talk about this right here in this waterproof case. And this is an MYFAK. And we're going to dig into this a little bit deeper, but I want to thank the folks again at MYMEDIC for sending us this kit for review. This is the MYFAK Pro waterproof that's in a hard shell, and it protects all the equipment in here from water, from dirt and debris. And basically it's a Pelican case type kit that you can take anywhere. And this is going to be mounted in the camper. So when we go camping, we have the ability to treat any type of minor emergencies until we can get help. This case, like I mentioned, is sink proof, crush proof, and dust proof. The items in the case has been handpicked by first responders and medical professionals. There are over 140 first aid and trauma supplies just in this little case. And it's also FSA Approved. And some of the supplies that are in here will be able to treat for bleeding, burn. There's medication, there's sports and outdoors, there are topical creams. There are also airway tools, hydration, spraying factors, and tools and devices. But 140 items in this little case. And that is just awesome. If 140 items is a lot more than you would like to have in your vehicle, boat, you can go to MYMEDIC.com and check out the individual first aid kits. They have smaller kits like the Sidekick, the MYFAK Mini, the MYFAK, and these kits come in different color canvases bags. I like the red because red is usually the international color for emergency personnel. When you see a red bag or a red case from all your other equipment, you will know that the red is a first aid kit. And then of course you have your white cross for first aid. So I like the red just because in a situation where you're high stress trying to get everything, just seeing the red bag or cases you can go to right away and not dig through all your other black bags or your desert tans or your olive drab colors. And if you use anything from your kits, don't worry, you don't have to buy a whole new kit. On MYMEDIC.com, you can go and you can resupply those equipment or items for your kit. So, like I said, you don't have to buy a whole new kit. You can resupply just by going to their website. What's really cool with MYMEDIC.com is when you go to the website, you will also see that they have what they call the Pet Medic. And it's a first aid kit for your furry friends. The third kit I want to talk about is called the Cycle Medic. And I don't have one to show you, but I'll pop a picture on the screen and maybe MYMEDIC will send one so I can do a review and put it on my bikes. Now, I raced competitively for about 15 years in my younger years, in my 30s and 40s, and crashes are going to happen. Knock on wood, or fortunately, I did not have a lot of crashes, but I've seen some pretty bad crashes on the road or during a race or off-road. And the Cycle Medic first aid kit has items in there for road rashes, cuts, scrapes, blisters, abrasions, and everything in between. So it easily attaches to your bike. Now, I'll put a picture in this video if I can find one on a bike, and it's attached with Velcro strips, and I don't know if you can say Velcro anymore because it's trademarked. Hook and loop. It attaches to your bike with hook and loop straps, and it's recommended by medical professionals. It was designed by cyclists for cyclists, and it's just a good thing to have when you are out in the middle of nowhere. So we are going to go ahead and dig into the MYFAK case here. First of all, the handle on here is a nice, strong, sturdy with a rubber grip on there. So in case you have sweat, blood, or water, you still have a really strong hold to the case. And then of course you have your auto vent here, so if you go up to altitude or go somewhere, it automatically allows the air to escape to prevent this kit from overpressurization. Each side there's a handle latch, or actually a latch, I should say, not a handle latch, but really cool construction. And they do have holes here so you can attach a lock or a zip tie to prevent anyone using it or getting in that unauthorized to use it. But to open it up, all you have to do is press down on this latch and lift up. And this is for both sides. And then we'll go ahead and open it up. As you can see, there's quite a bit of items in here. And like I mentioned, 140 items in this kit. Now you're going to get the basic stuff in this kit along with some advanced equipment. But you know, your basic equipment when I talk about is like Band-Aids, you know, triangular bandage, some tape, of course scissors, shears. You're going to get topical super wash. So this is in case you have any scrapes or cuts, you can wash out the wounds. Like I said, your bandages, tape on there, your elastic bandages. And what's really cool in this one is you get what they call Transcend, and this is for, it's 15 grams of glucose. So it's a strawberry flavor, and it's 60 calories in here. And this is for low blood sugar. If somebody's got low blood sugar and they need a quick pep to raise their blood sugar, you do have 15 grams of glucose. So that is a really cool item to have. You'll have decompressed gauze. And we're just going to go through just a couple of them. You do have a CPR shield with a check valve, because if you had to do CPR or you don't want any of the bodily fluids backing up and getting into your mouth. And then of course you got a rapid tourniquet, and this is a different type of tourniquet than the regular ones you have, but it's supposed to be really quick and, you know, works on adult, children, and pets. So you could use this on anything. We do have some paracord in case you need to tie something off. Let's see. You got a 30 pack of 1x3 super skin bandages for, you know, for bleeding, but 30 bandages in here. They come in olive, carbon, and stone. That's pretty cool. I've never had olive drab bandages, but most of you know that olive drab is my favorite color. And between the tourniquet and the gauze mod, you know, stopping bleeding is one of the most important things that you can do to save somebody's life, especially if it's an artery or near a, you know, a deep laceration. You need some heavy duty gauze. Now this comes with, about 10 different gauze pads. You got confirming gauze roll. You got non-adherent and adherent. So stopping the bleeding is one of the, like I said, the most important thing in saving someone's life. And another big thing in here is the quick clot. And this is the bleeding control dressing, and for external use in bleeding. This is a hemostatic dressing. You have one in here. You have a mini wound closure. It's another tool, and it has a closure strips with glue. So if you have to glue somebody's laceration shut, it does come with, I don't want to say super glue, but something to that effect. This right here is a really good item to have also. It's an instant cold pack. And basically they're good for, you know, swelling, burns, and pain. If somebody falls and they start to get, they start to get swollen, you can go ahead and all you have to do is squeeze this pack. And it breaks the inside package, and then you shake it, and this thing gets really cold. So instant cold pack. I do have some in my other bags. Okay, you got more bandages. This is the 4-inch emergency bandages. We got more super skin. They're just different size than the ones earlier bandages. And you have Z-zips. And if you don't know what Z-zips for, they're for quick closure for laceration. So if you got a laceration and it stays open, this is not stitches, but they will close the wound up, and then you could use that glue to put, in the wound and close it up. But these are great. They come with 3 Z-zips. So, And of course, ibuprofen. Let me see. This is the medication mod. And in here you have ibuprofen, aspirin, Diotang, Dramamine, Diafem, Diamode, and then cold and flu meds. So that's pretty cool. The burn mod, used for treating burns. And it does have gels in here. Cocos, this is a hydration mod. If somebody's dehydrated, they come with 2 hydration packet and tablets that you just put in water and helps them get a little bit more hydrated. So Cocos, I've heard of those. You do have a space blanket if somebody's going into shock and you need to keep them warm. It's also a rescue blanket. Believe it's silver in here. This right here is a chest seal, and these are for chest sucking wounds. So if you get punctured in the lungs or somewhere in that area, air is actually being sucked in versus for his breathing. So this helps with your airway. It comes with 4 chest seals. Basically, it's like a saran wrap with adhesive to prevent air from being sucked into the wound, and that so you could breathe through your normal way of breathing. But this thing's good to have, and it gives a quick instruction guide of how to use it. But if somebody's got a puncture, if they fall on something and they puncture their respiratory system, this is a good thing to have. And then now we get to nasal gel airway tools, and this stuff here is a little bit more than what most people will use. This is for the airway for your nasal if you can't breathe, and it takes a little bit of training for these. So if somebody shows up on scene that has training with these, you can have these available, and they do come with 2, a size 20 and size 28, depending on the victim. You got some finger splints, blister mod, more bandages. Comes with a light stick, so if you're in the middle of the darkness or somewhere dark and don't have a flashlight, this light stick will help you illuminate the area while you're doing some treatment. And then they come with a card, the First Aid and Survival, the Stay Alive Guide. And all you do is download this on your, off your phone, and then it'll bring you to that website. So nitrate gloves, you always want to use gloves while treating the person if you can, just because of the nasty things that are floating around. So as you could see, there was a lot of items in this little case, 140 items. And I'm a big believer in it's always good to have it than not to have it. And this kit may not be right for you, but if you contact MYMEDIC.com and go to their website, they have individual smaller kits that would suit stuff that's best for you. But the price on this case, or this MYFAK with the plastic case and 140 items, is $369. Now, I have a lot of medical professionals as friends, whether they're doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, and they will agree with me, having a first aid kit available could be the difference of saving somebody's life or not saving someone's life. I go a little bit more extreme on my first aid bag and my first aid kit, but it's readily available if I had to use it. A lot of folks were saying, well, I'd be afraid to hurt the person, I'd be afraid of something happened while doing it. And just remember, you are covered by the Good Samaritan laws. So if you don't know what that is, go look it up on Google, Good Samaritan. And you know, if you're not trained for certain equipment, I recommend you getting some training. You can contact a medical professional, you can contact American Red Cross, you can contact the American Heart Association. They do have CPR classes and they do cover the basic first aid. I'm fortunate to work for a college that has a nursing and health services program. So I'm able to seek professional advice and also get qualified in first aid, CPR, and all that good stuff. And lastly, if you're a first responder, police, EMS, MYMEDIC does offer a discount on their items. Just go to their website and check it out. I will also post an affiliate link since MYMEDIC and I are affiliates, and I will try to save you a percentage using the promo code, and that'll be all in the boxes located below. I just wanted to do a short video and show you the importance of having a first aid kit readily available with you. Whether it's this kit, or building your own kit, having something is better than not having something. So again, I want to thank the folks at MYMEDIC for sending us the MYFAK. This is, I think, one of the best kits if you are going outdoors, just because of the rugged construction of the case. And you can also mount this anywhere. And I'm gonna mount this inside of my camper on the inside wall. So I know where it's at, somebody knows where it's at, just readily available. But if you made it this far in the video, thank you. Thank you for watching. If you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click the bottom right-hand side. You see that little icon on the bottom right? Hit that subscribe button and then hit that bell icon and then hit all notifications. You'll be notified of all our new videos that we put out, and I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. And for those who are asking, what happened to the camping videos? We've got a couple more weeks, folks, so just please stand by, and we'll be going camping here shortly. Everything that I'm showing now for the summer after we came back from our trip across the US is leading up to our camping trip. All our new equipment, all of our gear, that gives you guys some knowledge and help you guys save money of what you need, whether you're prepping, camping, or doing anything outdoors. So our camping videos will be back. So just a couple more weeks, and I appreciate your patience. No matter what life throws at you, and you know it's gonna throw a lot of stuff at you, always be Semper Gumby. Until our next video, this is Ben, Semper Gumby out.